What is up, you guys? My name is Aubrey and this is my channel, and today we have quite a lot to talk about because over the weekend there was a lot of headway in regards to a COVID-19 vaccine, and there was a little bit of headway in regards to a COVID-19 relief bill. So in this video, I want to break down what the current state is with a COVID vaccine, what this means for things like the US economy and the stock market, but I also want to break down the stimulus package and the newest updates as of today, Monday, December 14th. So let's get started. So let's first touch on the COVID-19 vaccine. This will just be a brief portion of this video. So over the weekend, the FDA granted emergency approval to Pfizer to distribute and send out their vaccine. And as of yesterday on Sunday, they had already started the process of shipping and distributing this vaccine out to hospitals and medical centers across the country. And as of today, Monday, December 14th at 10:20 a.m., different hospitals across the country have started receiving the vaccines and they are being prepared to be distributed. So according to news reports, the first people that will receive it are people that live in long-term care facilities because of the fact that long-term care facilities have really been disastrous for COVID-19. COVID-19 has heavily impacted these types of facilities, and because of that, they will be one of the first ones to receive the vaccine. Additionally, top government officials will also be one of the first ones to receive the vaccine as well. And according to different sources, by mid-January, all of those groups of people would have had a chance to receive the vaccine, and then additional people will start to receive it from there. The other thing that I found to be incredibly interesting about this Pfizer vaccine is the fact that logistically the distribution is incredibly tough because of the fact that the vaccine has to be stored at ridiculously low temperatures. And so the process of getting this shipped out and distributed to hospitals and then distributed to patients is something that I think will be a really big undertaking. And I've already read a number of different articles from a number of different sources saying that people need to be prepared for the fact that this will most likely be a logistical mess. And I think that that will most likely be really true. Now, regardless of how you feel about the vaccine, because I know the last time I did a video on the COVID-19 vaccine, there was a lot of talk of people saying that they didn't want the vaccine, that it's too sketchy, that there's just too much in question, that they would never feel comfortable taking it themselves. And I'm not here to say whether or not you should take the vaccine. That's not what this channel is about. But I think regardless of where you stand on the vaccine, I think that we can all agree that this is progress in the right direction. And so I'm glad to see it. I'm happy to see it. I'm not going to lie, whenever I saw the pictures of it being sent out via UPS and there was a number of people standing waving at the truck as it was driving by, it kind of got me a little emotional because I think that it is sort of the beginning of the light at the end of the tunnel of this entire mess that we've been in for almost a year now. Next, let's talk about stimulus packages because I think that this is another one that had a relatively significant shift over the weekend. So last week I made a video talking about how there were two big key sticking points in this $908 billion stimulus package. One was state and local aid, and the other one was liability protections to businesses and various corporations. The Republicans really did not want the state and local aid, and the Democrats did not want the liability protection, and because of this, they couldn't come to an agreement. But as of this week, and they've decided to split this bill into two different parts. The state and local aid and the liability protection will be a part of one separate bill that's valued at $160 billion. And the second bill, which is going to be valued at $748 billion, and in the $748 billion bill, there will be a number of different funding options to a number of different programs, including the $300 weekly unemployment boost, which will be extended until April, meaning that if you're unemployed, you can expect to get state benefits as well as this $300 weekly boost until April. It will also include funding to small businesses, including the Paycheck Protection Program, as well as funding to vaccine distribution, COVID-19 testing, as well as funding for schools as well. And government is quickly running out of time in order to get this passed. It's crazy to think that we are officially halfway through December and that we really only have a week and a half until Christmas. And between Christmas and the new year, not a whole lot ever really gets done. So the fact is that the government is very literally running out of time, and they really do need to come to a conclusion by the end of the week. And a lot of sources have said that they really need to come to a conclusion today or tomorrow. That way things will be prepared and ready to go come the end of the week or the beginning of next week. But the fact that government officials have decided to split up this bill and really segregate those two sticking points, I think that is a really good sign, because the main meat of the package, this $748 billion portion, that is a portion of the package that has pretty widespread support both across Democrats and Republicans. And so chances are that bill will be passed in some way, shape, or form. And as far as that $160 $68 billion, that separate bill, yeah, I think that those issues are important. I think that liability protection, I think that state and local aid could be important issues depending on where you stand. But I don't think they are issues that should ultimately hold up the rest of the bill. And so because of that, I really do think it's an encouraging sign that government decided to split it up. And I do think that we could see something pass by the end of the week. But as far as stimulus checks go, as of right now, stimulus checks are not included in this $748 billion stimulus package. But President Donald Trump has said on a number of occasions that he wants a stimulus check to be included. And as of right now, it's unclear whether or not he will sign a stimulus package without stimulus checks included. So as of right now, I think the answer of whether or not we will receive stimulus checks, I think that is still a bit up in the air. I think that we'll kind of have to wait and see how the rest of the week plays out. But as of right now, it is not included in the stimulus package, but it is something that President Donald Trump has expressed that he wants. So we will see what ends up happening with that. But with that being said, you guys, I think that the last few days have been an interesting last few days. I mean, the fact that the Pfizer vaccine has been approved for emergency use is big news. The fact that this bill was split into two manageable bills, I think, is also big news. So I do think that things are looking promising and optimistic going into Christmas and going into the new year. But I do think it will be incredibly interesting to see how the next few days play out as we wait for lawmakers to come to a finalized deal with this stimulus package. But I would love to hear your thoughts. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have anything to add, make sure to leave a comment down below. And while you guys are at it, make sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next video.